Chamberlain's Leather Milk Healing Balm is a deep leather conditioner and healing balm with cosmetic-grade adhesives, oils, and waxes. We're going to look at the manufacturer, the product itself including the ingredients, and then a step-by-step walkthrough of applying it so you can see for yourself if it's something that you may want for your projects. In 2007, there was a company called Chamberlain's Shipping Incorporated in Texas, USA. They were fulfilling orders for a very popular leather goods company called Saddleback Leather. And they make some really incredible things. For example, here's a small portfolio, very strong and durable. Here's a small case. And these could last a really long time with proper care and maintenance. So as part of the fulfillment process, Chamberlain's Shipping would ensure the items were in excellent shape and would lightly condition them to ensure a great look and feel when received by the customer. So they were searching for an extremely high quality conditioner and ultimately felt it would be best to create their own. They eventually developed a water-based blend of oils and nutrients that was also formulated with waxes into their healing balm. And this is what it looks like. And as of 2024, they are based in Fort Worth, Texas. The product itself. So key ingredients include water, a proprietary blend of oils and nutrients, including nut extracts and oils, and it claims to contain no saddle soaps, solvents, or synthetic chemicals. So let's check it out in action and see how it goes. We're going to put down our mat here. So we have our work surface protected, and we've got two samples. One we're going to keep as our original, and then we're going to have this one as our sample to put the balm on. So what we'll do is we'll read the instructions first. Care instructions. Apply thinly and evenly with sponge or lint-free cloth. Lightly buff after brief drying time. For additional care, etc., etc. Well, that seems easy enough. So let's take our lint-free cloth here. It's going to be cotton. It's also going to be soft too, so it's not going to scratch our leather when we're applying the balm. Another option you can consider is a cosmetic sponge. It's a foam sponge. It's going to be really soft and perform a similar function. But since they recommend the cloth, let's go with that. We open up our balm and we'll essentially work up a little bit of it in our cloth. Kind of getting it on the end there, kind of warm it up. All right, we've got some there. So we'll come down to our sample and we'll start applying it. Oop. And you can see already, it's changing the color as that formula is going in. And we'll just repeat that process. Get a little more on here. And then put a little more on here. And I'll show you a little trick at the end that may make it a little bit easier, or at least a little more even. So we'll kind of spread this on there. And then what I'll do at the end, well, first off, if you've got a large piece of leather, you can work on it in sections. And that way you're kind of putting it on a little bit at a time and kind of putting an even amount. And that way it kind of looks consistent. And then what I'll do at the end is usually get another application's worth of it. And I'll just do circles over everything. That way, if I have a few different sections, it blends it all together and it'll make it as even as possible. So when it dries, it should dry pretty evenly. All right, we've got that. So as they suggest, we can give it a brief drying time. So what we'll do is we'll cap this up. That way it stays as fresh as can be. And then we'll take our part of the rag that we haven't used yet. We'll just kind of wipe off any excess. Normally I'd let it dry a little longer, but I don't want to keep you literally watching leather conditioner dry. So we'll speed that up. And it's an optional step anyway. And there we've got it. We have our Chamberlain's Leather Milk Healing Balm on our sample. It looks pretty good. So when we compare that to our original, we notice that it's obviously darker. Pretty much every leather conditioner is going to be darker once you apply it. And then as it dries, it'll lighten up. So that's going to be the key. How much does it lighten up when it dries? And here we go. I have a sample that has been dried for over 24 hours. So here we've got our before, just applied, and our dried. So we're going to focus mainly on these two. It's barely noticeable in terms of color difference. It's going to be, pretty much not noticeable, which is amazing. And these may be slightly different in terms of the leather itself. And so the color matching, they're pretty much the same color to begin with, but the texture may be slightly different. And I want to be transparent about that as possible. Even with that, you can see this is barely darker compared to what it could have been. So overall, a really good result from what is a generally very well received leather conditioner. And so if you're looking for something that claims to have no synthetic chemicals and is a proprietary and is mostly a blend of oils and nutrients and nut extracts, this could be a really great one to check out, and maybe it'll be an excellent choice for your next project. And there you have it. Until next time.